नमो नमः। गुरुः बन्धुः अबन्धूनां, गुरुः चक्षुः अचक्षूणां, गुरुः पिता च माता च सर्वेषां न्यायवर्तिनाम्. So the Subhashitam says the teacher is a friend for those who have no kinsman. The teacher, the guru, is the vision, the sight for a blind person. The teacher is the mother and father for everyone who walks on the path of justice. Guruhu pita cha mata cha sarvesham nyayavartinam. So, an interesting episode which I would like to tell you about is about Devahuti and Kapila. Kapila is the son of Devahuti, so he becomes her guru. And eventually she says that you are everything, you are my mother, my father, as well as my guru. So the son is imparting Brahma Vidhya to the mother. So that is the story of Kapila and Devahuti. So it goes like this. Kardama Maharishi was the son of Brahma, a very erudite, scholarly person. So Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa, his wife Shatarupa, Swayambhu Manu is the ruling monarch, and his wife Shatarupa, they decide to give their daughter Devahuti to Kardama Maharishi in marriage. So the wedding takes place, and Devahuti, being from the royal palace, she was the princess, is it not? But when she gets married, she has to now live the life of a rishi's wife. So she quickly adapts herself, and she supports she supports her husband Kardama Maharishi in his spiritual. In his day-to-day spiritual activities. She would bathe in the river, in the Bindu Saras, and provide him with all the necessary things so that he can perform his penance. So several years roll by like this, and one day, after all the penance and all of that, Kardama Maharishi, one day he looks at his wife. That is when he realizes that she has actually become reed thin, serving him all these years. So finally he says, okay, now let us take some time off. So he creates a magical aircraft, and the two of them, the couple, go on a intergalactic tour of the three worlds. And during this period, 9 daughters are born to them. Then finally they come back, and at that time Brahma appears to the couple, and it is prophesied that Lord Narayana is going to be born as a son to Devahuti. So the objective being to establish Sankhya Yoga in the world, and he says your son is going to be known as Kapila in the world, to the world. So Devahuti prepares to receive the Lord, and eventually the Lord is born as Kapila, her son, and with time, as the time passes, Kapila, of course, is extremely. He's born with wisdom, and he's extremely intelligent, and as prophesied. And one day Devahuti approaches him and says, "See, I'm a mortal. I know you are the Lord yourself. I have been indulging in the gratification of senses, and I'm tormented by the Shadripu inside of me, the 6 enemies: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Matsarya. How to attain peace? How to attain freedom from this cycle of birth? Please enlighten me." Then Kapila starts his teachings. So he begins to preach. So he first says the mind is the cause of all bondage. The mind is typically afflicted by the three qualities: sattva, rajasa, and tamas. So when any one of these is dominant, then that is when the pain and the suffering begins over there. When rajas and tamas qualities in somebody, when the equilibrium is not there, then that is the cause of all the pain and suffering. So and the feelings of my, I, ego, all these things come and they torment us. So then she says, what is the solution? She says the only solution is you have to turn the mind, you have to control the mind, and focus on Brahman, and that is possible only through bhakti, jnana, karma, yoga. Then he goes on to explain what these are, but before that he talks about 2 things. He tells her about 2 things. He says there is Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha manifests itself into 2, the Jivatma and the Paramatma. Then he goes on to explain the nature of Atma. He says Atma has no beginning, it has no end. It is pure wisdom, jnanam. It is self-luminous. Okay. Much later, of course, we have a better explanation given to Atma by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dhati pavakah, na chainam kledentapo, na shoshayati marutah. It is one that cannot be destroyed by weapons, it cannot be burnt by fire, it cannot be eroded by water, it cannot be swept away by wind. So that is the nature of Atma. It is pure wisdom and happiness, and it is happiness. Right. So this is Purusha, Atma and Paramatma. Now the second thing is Prakriti. What is Prakriti? Prakriti also has two ingredients, Avarna and Vikshepa. Now Avarna, what is Avarna? It is one that makes us forget the true nature of Atma. It drops like a veil, and therefore it is known as Avidya. Okay. And the second one, Vikshepa, is the one that is responsible for causing the agitation in the mind. The agitated feeling, the anxiety, the fear, all these things is Vikshepa. So this is otherwise known as Maya or illusion, which makes you feel real is unreal. Is it real or unreal? That is real, this is real. We don't know. So this Prakriti is two ingredients, namely Avidya and Maya. These are the two things which make us they drop like a veil the moment we are born, and they make us forget the true nature of Atma, which is happiness, pure wisdom, and eternal happiness. So he explains these things. Then she asks, then what do we do? What is the solution? Then he says satsang. Engage in satsang. Be in the company of sadhus, meaning gentle and noble people. How to identify them? He says, identify them those who demonstrate compassion, those who have no enemies, those who see Brahman in all, those who are at peace with themselves, those who will never stray from the path of righteousness, those who are free from attachment. Know them as sadhus, know them as gentle, noble people, and be in their company, satsanga. Then finally he says, follow three paths to salvation: bhakti, jnana, marg, jnana yoga or karma yoga. Bhakti yoga is constant fixing the mind or devotion to the Lord, or jnana yoga by studying the scriptures, swadhyaya, self-study of the scriptures, or karma yoga by performing your duties and not thinking about leaving the outcome of that. Just keep doing whatever you're supposed to do. Don't think about the outcome, good, bad, leave it. So these are the three pathways to attaining salvation. And thus the Kapila's teachings through his mother, it is being preached to the entire universe. And after that, of course, Devahuti, she bows before her son. Although Kapila is the son, here now he becomes everything to Devahuti: Guru, Pita, Mata, all three rolled into one. So then she gives up all her wealth, whatever wealth and possessions little that she had. She gave away everything and practiced the austerities for the rest of her life, and slowly attained Brahman. That is the story. So Guruhu Bandhuhu Abandhunam, Guruhu Chakshuhu Achakshunam, Guruhu Pitacha Matacha Sarvesham Nyayavartinam. All those who tread on the path of truth, for them the Guru is not only the Guru but also the mother and the father. Namo Namaha.